Today I'm gonna test out some new products, which I'm so excited about. So I got two PR packages that I thought that I would just show you guys. I got this beautiful little blush, or a big ginormous blush. It's so cute. It is from Pixi, and this is what it looks like. And for someone that has been on my channel for quite some time, you guys know I used to own this. Haven't decided which color to use yet, but I think I know. And then I finally got the Kaleidos PR package. So this is so stinking cute. I wish I had a kid so that I could put this box into their room. Now I don't really know what to do with it. So let me know if you have any thoughts or ideas on what to do with it, because I think it's super pretty, but my home isn't really this colorful. I'm a little bit more into boring neutral colors and a little bit more into like the grown-up thing. Anyway, it comes with a little coloring book and then some stickers, a mirror, and then you get a drawer right here which contains lip products that I thought that we would look into later. And then on the second drawer you get a little lip mask and of course the eyeshadow palette. So I thought that and let me be honest, I haven't tried anything. So what I will do is that I will just open up this little guy. I heard people say that this was good. So this is the blue Agave softening lip mask. I stopped purchasing lip masks about maybe 1 to 1.5 years ago. Ooh, this was really soft actually. Feels very, very nice actually. But I stopped purchasing lip masks about a year ago because I had like a bazillion of them. Now I think I've used up most of them. I think my collection runs for like 3 of them or something, which I feel is pretty neat. So I feel like I can use that one and still feel like a decent human being. I feel like a human. And then here we have the eyeshadow palette. So this is the Flower Punk collection. I know a lot of people have raved about this packaging, like this paper packaging. I don't like it. I feel like it feels very cheap, but it's just the packaging. I don't really care. And then we have this beautiful palette, which a lot of people have said is very similar to Melt. And I would agree on that when it comes to the packaging. But at the same time, Melt is not the only one making these kinds of palettes. When I did my palette in collaboration with Blush Tribe, a lot of people said that we were trying to do Juvia's Place, which wasn't really the case. It's just a good little palette size, and I think that this is a great palette size. I think that this is way better than the ones that they have had before. That's very, very bulky. I haven't loved that. So I think that this packaging is way better. It has a mirror and then a bunch of stickers, and then you can pop this off, which I think is absolutely incredible. And then this is what the palette looks like. So you have 3 shimmers, you have these 2, and then this one, and then the rest of them are mattes. I took photos of this yesterday, and then I swatched some, and I was a little bit sad because I felt like a lot of the mattes were pretty sheer. They were super creamy, but they were pretty sheer once I put my little finger in it. But I got full on pigment when swatching it, so I was really, really surprised because I thought that this might be like the collection that they did with the Sashimi palette and the other purple palette. You know which one I'm talking about. I don't have that anymore. So I am pretty impressed so far. Well, I'm not impressed, but you know what I mean. Like, we're just gonna get started today. So I'm just gonna shoo-ba-da-boop, zoom you guys in, and I have primed. I am going to jump into the shade Golden Age, which is this shade, whoops, right over here. And then I am just gonna pop this in my crease. I'll say right now that I can feel the mask on my lips. It is a little bit minty. This is so pleasing. Woo. Great. I didn't like the mirror. I was like, I can't see anything, and it was because it had plastic on it, which I'm stupid. So this is just me dipping in a few times, like maybe once or twice, and I feel like we got great pigments. So far I am impressed. I will just say I am not gonna swatch all of the lip products because I haven't loved all of Kaleidos lip products, if I'm gonna be totally honest. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just gonna test one out and see how I like it during this day. I'm gonna go to work in a little bit, and then, sorry, I have like dog hair. My dog is shedding like crazy. The mother effer is laying right over there sleeping, minding his own business. But I'm gonna go to work, see how it feels during the day and how I like it, and if I end up liking it, I will probably just pick out the shades that I really want, and then I will give away the products or shades that I don't want, because I don't feel like swatching all of them since I got the collection pretty late. So I already know that there are a few shades that I won't use, like the blue. So instead of me contaminating it with my lips, I can just give it away to someone else. So I wanted to go in with the next darkest shade, and I realized that it is this one next. So I guess we're just gonna go in with that, and that is Earth Ship. The shadows does not contain a lot of kick up, at least not the two that I have tried out. I have been waiting for this package for the longest time. It feels like it always feels like such a long time when I'm waiting for a Kaleidos package, because I'm like, I get so excited about their launches and collections, because first and foremost, I know that their collection or their products are great quality, but of course I haven't loved everything. But most of the things that I have tried is like great. I love the packaging, I love the aesthetic. So waiting for a package from them is the worst. When they tell you like, here's the link number or the tracking number, you know, since they ship from China, that it's gonna be at least like 2 weeks until you get it, and you wanna just cry. I haven't even filmed for that long, and I feel like I am already done with the mattes. I think I might just want to take the shade or the brush that we used before and then hop into a little bit of chlorophyll, which is this limey one. I love that. I wonder if that's like a dupe for the shade Friends that I did. Ooh, okay. I'm rubbing some off on the back of my hand. I'm wondering if that's like a dupe for the shade Friends that I did with Blush Tribe. I'm trying just to focus this a little bit in the outer corner, just to make this a little bit more like spunky and bunky. It's not a huge difference, but I think you can see that it is a little bit more lime-esque on this side. Let me take just a teeny bit more. Ooh. Now you can see, hopefully anyway, I hope, that it is a little bit more lime on this side versus this that is a little bit more grunge. So I think what I want to do on my lid is to take the shade Sun Gazer and this one. I might try it, and if I don't end up liking it, I might go over the shade Aloe Cove with something else. But I'm gonna start off, should we use a brush? The thing is that I have like the best followers, so no one ever asks me like, can you stop using your finger and use your brush instead? Never happened. Well, it has happened, but not in the latest like 8 months. So best followers, give yourself a little pat on the back. Let's take this one with a Kaleidos brush. Yes, did not even mean to do that. So we got a little bit of fallout, but since Is it a fucking owl outside my window? No, it's not. It's like a crow or something. Oh, but look at this shade. So this feels a little bit flaky once you put your brush in it. So I think I'm just gonna spray it just a tad. So before I tap it off, I spray it. I usually do like this, spray into the air, and then I take my brush and do like this. So I get product on the brush. Okay, great. And then we're going in with this. Honestly, I feel like I could just do this and be done, you know, this all over the lid. It is so limey and so still a little bit goldeny and incredible. Now, if you wanted to see comparisons against the different shades that Kaleidos has, they actually did swatch some of the similar shades on their Instagram, so you can just go ahead and check them out there. I saw that they just got like 100K and I was like, yay, please don't ever put me off your PR list. I mean, the more they grow, the less they want to work with me. Let's take a little bit of this, and this is stiffer. So not the same, but that's okay. Okay, great. Okay, I don't know how well these will mix. I think if we just take, I'm gonna show you a shade that I loved to use on my eyes. And I think that if we just go in with oh, I don't like that. I don't dislike the color, I just don't like the combination. I don't feel like they mesh. So what I will do is that I will go in with the green one, just on top of this. This is like a loose, when you just dip into it, the brush kind of picks it up like a loose pigment, but you don't get that kind of fallout with it. This one, I have been loving. This is from Stila. I don't know the name because the packaging has died, okay? We don't know what it's called. But this is just like a Fenty little little diamond thingy. So I just kind of do like this to pick it up, and then let me just put that in my inner corner, and then on top here, finger instead. I think we need to go in with a little bit more of the green one as well to kind of just cover that up. What I'm doing now is that I'm just gonna take this to kind of remove a little bit because I feel like I got way too much and I went a little bit overboard. So this is just a little, it's not even like a makeup pad, it's just like a wet thing for your baby's bottom. I like to use these from time to time. I wanted to say as well that the lip mask is a little bit minty. Now we're gonna go into the green shade right over here. Just press it down. And then I am going to put this, not all over my lid, like not all the way into my inner corner, but I will take it almost all the way. And then I'm gonna go in with that Stila shadow because I feel like you know, I like a light inner corner. That's my jam. I always like something that grades from like this deeper color into a lighter color, or the lighter color into the deeper color. But I love the sheen on this shade. It's magnificent. I always want to say it's maleficent. I have already primed, and today I'm gonna take a mix of these two. This is the It Cosmetics CC Cream. I used this, I think, the other day with this one, and they tend to mix really well together. But for some reason, that time, they ended up looking like a dry, crusty mess, which I did not enjoy. So I'm taking like one pump of the It Cosmetics one, and then just a little squirt of this one. I don't know if it was something with my skin or whatever it was. I don't know. I was on social media yesterday. Well, I'm on social media every single day. But I was just scrolling and watching and doing a little whatever. I saw someone, by the way, before I sat down to film, I took this one. You haven't seen this in a while because I haven't needed it. But this is the Sigge pair from Dr. Jart. So I took it on my nose and a little bit right out here. Anyway, I was scrolling, I was watching, I was doing my thing, and then I saw someone say, this is someone that purchases a lot of new makeup and gets a lot of new makeup, and someone that, yeah, just tends to buy a lot, and this person uses makeup every single day, and you know. But this person said to one of her or his followers that
I don't think I've ever done the same makeup look twice.
And I've heard this so many times, and I'm like, is this a common thing? Like, is there something prestigious about it? What is it? Is it something cool not to do the same kind of makeup look twice? I understand, maybe you haven't done the same makeup look twice. Maybe you haven't dipped into the same colors because you purchase or get 50 palettes a week. But you damn sure has used the same sort of shades and done a similar look than you have done before. I have seen this person do looks and they have looked similar to other looks that this person has done, and it's not something bad, but I just don't understand. Is it something like, are you cool if you say that you haven't done the same makeup twice? I'm gonna take my Tarte Shape Tape and Makeup Revolution concealer. But I just don't get it, because when this person wrote this or said this, I just felt like, yes, you have. Stop lying. Stop lying. You have. You just maybe haven't done it again with the same shades. But I have, for instance, done a very similar look to this one, but with another palette. Oh, I don't know. So I wanted to ask you, is it cool not to have done the same makeup twice, or is it, I don't know, is it something prestigious? Do you sound cool or edgy or like unique?
I have never liked a makeup look that I've done enough to do it again, so.
I'm gonna take my YSL powder. I'm just gonna set under my eyes, and then I thought that we could go in and do on our under eyes together, but I promise you it's not gonna be anything fun. I know I could take like a different shade, like the rose shade under my eyes or something, but it's not something you tend to see on my channel. I, on myself, don't like to use another shade under my eyes. I don't find it to look very cohesive, and it's just not really my makeup aesthetic. If it is yours, great. I'm gonna take Golden Age, which is this one. So just my first impression on this palette. Keep in mind, I haven't used it more than what you have seen on camera here today. And I will say that I feel like this is a 10er. This is what Kaleidos does best. Oi! I think the formula seems to be amazing. This is just what I love, and I am not someone that tends to lie, if you are aware. Come Sigge. I'm actually just gonna leave it like this, but I wanted to say that I am not someone that tends to lie. I know a lot of people cannot be trusted when it comes to PR and staying friends with a brand or something, because some people tend to get products in PR and they're so scared of being taken off the PR list if they say something bad about a product, so they tend to just lie to their audience. I have talked badly or poorly about some of the Kaleidos products that I have received that I haven't really enjoyed, and they, I know, have seen it because we have talked about it, and they haven't taken off my taken me off the PR list. I've not hated something like intensely where I've been like, what the fuck is this? But I will say that I am someone that is pretty honest, and if you want to take me off a PR list, this brand or any other brand, then I'm totally fine with that. I can purchase the products myself if I want to, and still review it and say whatever I want. You know, in the end of the day, it's just makeup. I know it's like a company where people they earn money off this company, but for me, it's just makeup. I just want to be honest with you guys, and I want to be honest to myself first and foremost. With that long rant, I just wanted to say that I did really enjoy this palette, so now you know that. So why not go in with the Kaleidos bronzer? This is the Charisma Contour Palette in the shade medium, so I'm gonna go in with this shade, and I'm just gonna do that on a little flare brush, dipping in, tapping it off my arm, which I tend to do a lot of the times, because since I have like a cream base, if you go in with too much, it can be a little bit hard to blend out, not only with this, but with everything. This is a little bit warmer than the lighter version, but I actually really like this. I like both of them. I can't decide which one I don't or dislike. I did get the shade Deep, but I sent it off to one of you guys. I don't know if you remember, but I asked, like, does someone have a deeper skin tone? Let me know. And then I sent it off to one of my followers that is the best. If you wanted to cool tone this up, if you wanted to make this a little bit more cool tone, you do have this option right over here. Now I'm gonna take my Milk Makeup stick highlight in the shade Lit, and I am just gonna pop that on with my finger. I like to have this on like a little bit of like a creamier base, and also if you apply like a powder highlight on top of it, they just sit on the skin so stunningly. A little bit on my nose so I can get more pimples over there, because me likey. I have a hard time stopping with this. Okay, stopping with this. And I tend to just go in with my fingers. I go in with my brush sometime, but I feel like the warmth from my fingers is the best. Let me take my MAC one. This is Double Gleam. Looks almost unused, but it's been used at least once. More than once. I'm just kidding around. It's a little bit light for me now, so I kind of want to get some use out of it before it gets way too light. So what I tend to do with it is that I just set, and then we're almost very soon gonna go in with the Pixi highlights, blushes I mean. But before we do that, I do want to go in with this Stila shadow once again. So I have cleaned my brush, and then I am just dipping in. This is once again very glittery, so I just tend to zoom you guys in so you can see what I'm doing, but I tend to just put it right here, and as you can see, it just gives like a wet illusion. And then I just go a little bit on top of the green shadow, and where we didn't place any shadow, because we didn't place any of the green right here. Lovely. Let's take our ginormous blush. This is again from Pixi, and I'm gonna take this orange shade. This is such a unique shade in my collection, in my cream blush collection. This is Pixi On The Glow blush in the shade Juicy. It's so strange though, because this is Juicy Flare, but they didn't come like this. That's strange. I have photographed them completely wrong then, because oops, they're supposed to be like this. And then this one over here, but they didn't come like that. We're gonna take the shade Juicy. They twist up like this, so you get quite a lot of product actually. And here you can't really twist up anymore, but you get a lot of product. You get 19 grams. That's a lot. So I am just gonna dabbling my brush into this shade. And then I am going to stipple it on. I think they said that these were like very, very buildable. Look at that, stunning glow. Let me apply this one. Oh, I'm so scared doing like that. I'm just gonna take my fingers instead. Oops. Let me see if we can pat this out. I just wiped my fingers off on a little paper. They work really great just patting it out. And I feel like this orangey shade goes really great with the greens on the eyes. And then we're just gonna take a little bit on our nose because we like that. And then what I like to do is just to go in with my sponge, just to tone it down and to melt all of the products together. I'm just gonna go over it a little bit with my highlight brush to mix that. I just zoomed you guys in a little bit, so I just want to show you what the lip products looks like. If you end up purchasing this kind of packaging, then it comes like this. This is the nude set, and then they look like this. So they are like frosted matte. They're so stunning. But I'm gonna take the fourth shade, which is the shade Sienna. Ooh, a little bit darker than I thought. That looks so matte. It almost looks like a powder matte, and it's not like the lip products I've tried before from Kaleidos. Let me go off camera, do mascara, fix everything, and just let me feel this a little bit. It feels very comfortable, so will I be keeping all of them like my lip collection needs it? Perhaps. I'll be back in just a second. The weather is extremely poor outside. I think it's gonna rain. I am defying that. I'm wearing a summery bow, a summery shirt. I know you shouldn't wear straps like this, but I cannot go braless. We have talked about this before, so please just calm your tits. I am needing to head into work, but I thought that I would just share my final thoughts. I want everyone who watches this video to remember, this is first impression, nothing else. I also want you to thumbs the video up or down depending on how you like it. However, having to fuck my life. Let's talk about the palette. The palette is, first and foremost, like the packaging is stunning, but that's just my personal opinion. I thought that the mattes, they are super pigmented. As you could see, I got a look super quick. I also really love the shimmer. I mean, so foiled, so beautiful, so pretty. Is this a palette I would wear every single day? No, it doesn't have a ton, or it doesn't have any browns in it, and I am becoming a boring biatch. But I also love looks like this. I enjoy looks like this. I wear looks like this very, very often. So it all depends on, if you like the color story, I would see if I could dupe it. But if I couldn't dupe it, I would, like, if you wanted to know, is it worth the money? As of right now, yes. But again, I haven't tested it out fully. And then the Pixi highlight, blush, I mean. Absolutely adore it. I think that the skin looks very dewy without it being too much. I know that a lot of people doesn't like a dewy blush. So I would say, like, if the Nude Sticks Nudies Bloom is a little bit too much for you, then I would go for this one. I would also say that this if you wanted to know between this one and the Milk Makeup Perk isn't really buildable and it is pretty sheer. So this one I can't talk. This one you can build up and make a little bit more pigmented than what I'm wearing on my skin today, but I wanted the focus to be on the eyes. The lip mask feels very nice. It is a little bit tingly and I don't tend to like that, but it's not overpowering and it's not too much. I felt like it did soften my lips, but I need to try it out more in order to know kind of how I like it. And the lip product, I am pleasantly surprised actually. It's not like their lip tonic where they are very sheer. They are still pigmented, and with the lip tonics I feel like they are sometimes hard to get even, and I didn't feel like it was like that with these ones. However, these have a unique formula to my collection because of the fact that they are very, it's almost like you have laid down powder on top of them, if that makes any sense. If you know what I mean, then you know what I mean, and you know if you like that or doesn't like that or don't like that. I mean, I think I'm gonna pop open the shades that I like and I'm gonna keep them. So the shades that I don't like, for instance, the blue is probably the only one that I know for sure that I don't want to keep. I don't even want to keep it for like doing a look because I feel like that is very unnecessary. I would much rather give it to someone that loves makeup like that. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, as I said, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down depending on how you liked it. Hope you enjoyed seeing me test out a little bit of new makeup, and don't forget that you can subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video, hopefully anyway. Bye.